So you're thinking of moving to Minneapolis, Minnesota. And in this video, we're going to show you around Edina, Minnesota. I'm going to take you to some of the neighborhoods and show you some of the different price points of the different homes, so you can see what may fit within your budget. If you stick around to the end, I'll share with you one of the best kept secrets of this neighborhood that you definitely don't want to miss. And we're getting after that right now. Located just southwest of Minneapolis. Its eastern border is southwest Minneapolis. Its northern border is St. Louis Park and Hopkins. Its western border is Eden Prairie, and its southern border is Bloomington, Minnesota. It is a town of about 53,000 people, and without question, it's one of the number one suburbs in the Twin Cities in general. It gets an A+ rating from niche.com for good for families. Its crime gets a B+ rating, and its schools get an A+ rating. So people want to live in Edina, Minnesota. The public schools, as I said, they have an A+ rating from niche.com. They have 6 elementary schools, they have 2 middle schools, and they have 1 high school. They've got a total of about 8,610 students in the entire school district, and they have all the academic programs that you would want for your child. The sports programs, about 15 years ago, Sports Illustrated put out an article on the best high school programs, athletic programs in the country. Edina finished number 1. So, it's one of the top hockey schools in the state. All powerhouses in all the country club sports, tennis, swimming, very, very good at that. They got very good football, baseball, softball, basketball teams, and their youth programs are outstanding. And their facilities for their athletes are outstanding. So everything you want athletically, Edina has. For the outdoors, you've got golf. You got Interlochen Country Club, which has hosted U.S. Opens in both the men's and the women's. You've got Edina Country Club downtown, and you've got Braemar Public Golf Course, which used to be 27 holes. It's now 9. They did reinvented the whole entire golf course and had a major redesign of the course and reduced it from 27 to 18. Tremendous practice facilities if you're looking to work on your game. You're close to the lakes of Minnesota, so if you want to go outside for biking, jogging, you've got that right at your footsteps. Of course, you can go snowmobiling and ice hockey. They have plenty, like 6 or 7 outdoor hockey rinks that you can skate at. Braemar Ice Facility, where the high school team plays hockey. They've got 3 indoor facilities there. So there are tremendous opportunities for you to take part in either ice skating or playing hockey to boot. Shopping, you got 50th in France, which is basically downtown Edina. You got a movie theater there. You got apparel stores there. You got beauty and spa places. You got one of the best sports stores in the Twin Cities is there. You've got great restaurants, Mr. Paul's Supper Club, Mothership Pizza Paradise, Pajarito, Coconut Thai, Salute Bar American, and Edina Girl, just to name a few. And then down the road, you've got Southdale Mall, which used to be a big mall with department stores, but most of the department stores are gone now. But you got Apple stores, you got the flagship Lifetime fitness store there. You got Cheesecake Factory, you got PXG for golf, you got Yumi, you got Lululemon, you got 4MC theaters with 16 theaters there. And then across the street, you got the Galleria with Williams Sonoma, Rejuvenation and Pottery Barn, Kohan, Crate and Barrel, Louis Vuitton, and Allen Edwards, all there, plus another bunch of restaurants that you go to. The real estate, we're going to show you around some neighborhoods today, but it's not cheap to get into Edina. Last year, the average house price was 782,000. People want to get into Edina because great schools, great sports, proximity to Minneapolis, St. Paul, and the airport is all very easy. You're 10 minutes from Mall of America. So, people want to live in Edina. And there, Edina is an established neighborhood. Neighborhood. There is no building going on for construction for new houses. What they are doing is people come in to buy a house, they knock it down, and they build up a McMansion. So that is happening all over the place in Edina. So that is happening, but it's about a community of 53,000. It's going to remain in that ballpark because there's no room for growth as far as the town goes. It's your first time in Minneapolis, Minnesota Real Estate Market Channel. You want to know everything about living in Minneapolis, Minnesota? Then subscribe below and tap that bell for notifications so you can be the first to know about the current market in Minneapolis, Minnesota. My name's Trent Steam with eXp Realty. I get calls every single day from people just like you. So whether you're moving in 9 days or 9 months, feel free to reach out as all of our contact information is in the description box below. I'd be happy to help you make a smooth move to Minneapolis, Minnesota. Now, today we're going to take a closer look at Edina. Edina's east side of town borders on the southwest of Minneapolis. It has a population of 3,000 people. It's one of the top suburbs in all the Twin Cities. Niche.com gives it a grade of A+ for families. And as you'll see today, everything about Edina is top notch, as you will see. Neighborhood today. As you can see, very well established neighborhood. We got big, huge, enormous trees, all around us. And that is kind of common. What happens in Edina is that there is no room to come in and get new housing, build new housing, new construction. That doesn't happen because it's an established neighborhood. There is no more room for new construction to come in and build houses. So Edina is a town of 53,000 people. They're going to be right around 53,000 people for the next 30 years because there's no room. But what is happening here, because everybody wants to get in here for the schools, the sports, the shopping, the proximity to Minneapolis, is they're taking these homes, like right here, the single story, and they're knock them down and they will build those. So you see a lot of that in Edina, and even bigger than that. So there is a lot of that going on in Edina because people want to get in this town for the schools, the sports, the athletics, the proximity to Minneapolis. So they're not afraid to come in. And this is like our first house right here. This is a $700,000 house. It's a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, about 1,800 square feet. They're asking $750,000 for it. So this is the house right here. So that's 3 bedrooms, 3 baths, 1,600 square feet. So this is a house that they may just come in and buy and then knock it down because they've got a decent sized lot on this corner lot and build a big house. So you're going to see that a lot today through the tour as we drive through the neighborhoods. It happens. It's happening. I showed you in the St. Louis Park videos that you looked at. It's happening there, but it started here. And it's to the 10th degree. You can't drive down a street without a construction company on there redoing a house. So that's it for this neighborhood. Let's jump in the car and take a tour around and show you the rest of the neighborhood. Just looked at right there. Big old trees coming to the end of fall, so a lot of the leaves have fallen. day, getting ready for winter. Garages are parked. Garages are on the front of the houses in this neighborhood, so you don't see any alleyways like you see in most towns in Minneapolis. Typical 1.5-story homes you see in the first suburbs of Minneapolis, but now, as you see, we're starting to see some of the knockdowns and build all new houses. And you see a lot throughout Edina. That have been knocked down here on the left. Big homes here. And that's our tour. In our next neighborhood here, we are in relation to Edina. We're right just north of 62, which is a highway that cuts through Edina, and we're very close to the Southdale Mall shopping area, so you're real close to shopping in this neighborhood. Again, mature trees, classic neighborhood. No driveways are on the front of the house, not in the back, so you don't have any alleyways here, so you see more parking on the street. And our next property here is this house right here. It's a 4-bedroom, 3-bath house, about 3,600 square feet, asking $900,000 for it. You may say, hey, that's a lot of money for a house that looks like that, but with Edina, that's what it costs to get into this town. The schools have an A+ rating from niche.com. I think it's a 4th rated school district in the entire state. Sports are great, shopping is great. Proximity to Minneapolis, you're very, very close. And you have no new construction or new building going on, so it's an established neighborhood. It's been 50,000 people for years, and it's going to be right at that number for a long time. So to get in, you got to get something that's already been built and already lived in, for the most part. So that's our house in this neighborhood. I'll drive you around, show you the rest of this neighborhood, and then we'll go ahead downtown. All right, here we go. All well-kept yards. More of the single story in this neighborhood than the 2-story that we saw close to downtown. Again, real close here to Southdale Shopping Mall, and a bunch of restaurants too as well. Looks like you got on the right here a couple houses that have been knocked down and rebuilt. bunch of them here. This neighborhood tour. Neighborhood of Edina. We're just south of downtown Edina, 50th in France. As you can see here, we're in a very well-established neighborhood here of Edina. Big trees going on. Classic downtown Edina homes. And our next house. Look, I better get across the street here before I get hit by a car. Is this house right here. This is a 4-bedroom, 3-bath home. Just about 3,600 square feet. Asking just about $1.6 million for the house. Again, real close to downtown Edina. Not far from the Edina Country Club. Very well established neighborhood. Huge, big, mature trees. As you can see around me, we're just done with peak leaves, so most of the leaves have fallen and the colors have gone away in the trees. But this neighborhood of Edina is very, very sought after, being so close to downtown. So that's our second house of the day, and now we'll drive through again the neighborhood and hit house number 3. All right, we're on our second neighborhood drive-through tour. Again, we're going right by downtown Edina, and all these homes in downtown Edina have that classic 2-story look to them. Again, no alleyways, so you've got garages in the front, so you're seeing more cars on the street, but highly desirable neighborhood to live in here in Edina. Sun here. Right. You don't see as many teardowns in this neighborhood because the houses are so expensive. You'll see more of that outside of this area. Excuse me. Go ahead. This has a very classic eastern, part of the country look to it. These homes reminds me a lot of Montclair, New Jersey, and Connecticut, with the big trees and the classic 2-story homes. Won't be long before we can start getting hit by snow. All right, so that's our second neighborhood. So whether you're moving in 9 days or 9 months, feel free to reach out, as all my contact information is in the description box below. I'd be happy to make a smooth move to Minneapolis, Minnesota. This is Trent Seaman from Seaman's Real Estate Solutions, your anchor on your voyage home.